That's right. Give me a second. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, and we'll be right back.
No intro.
Yeah. Under the lights where the shadows creep, steel cage clatters, the crowd can't sleep. Broken dreams on the mat, they fall. Blood and sweat on the canvas scrawl. Off, we call it raw. Feel the heat, feel the claw. Ringside fire, watch it burn. Wrestling souls, twist and turn. Catch the vibe, hear the truth. Evolve crew, brings it to the booth. Commentary sharp like razor's edge. Voices climb like a battle pledge. Unappreciated but with a core for the fans who want something more. P.U.W.F, we bring the fire. Under the ropes, under the light. Ringside fire, watch it burn. Wrestling souls, twisting.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Evolve. Season 2 has begun. Episode 34 of the Post-Evolve podcast. I'm joined today minus Coach. He's going to sleep soundly to wake up early to work. Have a good day. You're not D-Walk. D-Walk gets drunk and then goes to sleep. I'm joined today with Ep34 Wrestling Hub. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well.
Thank you. Terrell, take it away.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Terrell, and this is my lady, the beautiful werewolf.
Hello, it's Ceejaywolfy. How y'all doing?
And together we are For Real
Love.
And we are joined by Mr. and Mrs. Invisible, which we cannot see. We got EOD 33, the big man that don't play no games with nobody, or it's gonna be the end of your day. And then and we here, y'all. We in this thing, and we evolving together. Like we evolving, y'all.
Evolving like Jackson
God.
Drake.
That was you were right there. You was the alley-oop was right there, and then freaking bird came out of nowhere and swatted out of the way. Now,
Oh my
speaking of evolving, I will try to put a link in the description to after this. And Cardell has seen this. I'll send it to the group. There's this new kind of like live action Pokemon where they show you like what Pokemon would do. They had one of Snorlax. They had one of Pikachu. They had one. They're doing a continued series of Squirtle, and how like imagine a world of Pokemon, but there are no trainers, and they treat it like what's that show, like Geography Earth? What's that thing called?
Out in the wild. Oh.
Yeah. I'll send it to you later. They did one of Snorlax, and for 14 days and 14 nights, he ravaged the town. And when he was done, there was no more town. It was just Snorlax, and one person left because I think he just ate people. They didn't really say exactly, but you kind of get the gist of it. I'll send it to you guys later. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode, still alive, show, still here, still going. Wow, surprise, right? We're going to talk about episode 34. We start off with a recap of Succession. Bryce Donovan losing against Jackson Drake, Brooks Jensen losing to Tate Wilder, and Callie Armstrong losing to Kendall Gray. Thank you for that. We also, and then out of nowhere, we know that we gotta have a match with Enofe and Sean Legacy later. We'll talk about that later. We start out with Beat Vanity Project coming out. Zeta Steel's hair is considerably darker than what it was before. It was used to be like platinum blonde and a little no, it's just like dark. Like I think she knows like they're not paying for my hair colors anymore, so I'm just gonna let it ride. I get that. She comes out. Addition by subtraction. We subtracted Bryce Donovan. We took him out. He was the weak link. We're stronger than ever. We're sexier than ever. And then Keanu Carver comes out. And this time, no Draco Knox. Draco Knox was last week. No Draco Knox this time. And yet they're holding him back. Big Jaw. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Big Jaw is on the show with guest general manager is there. And with one hand, he tells Keanu Carver, like, hey, man, chill. I got this. So he backs up and he looks at Big Jaw like, I can kill you right now, but I'm going to see what you're going to say. You have GM power, so I'm going to give you some respect at the moment. All right. He says, look, VP, I know you guys I really want to get into this. Keanu Carver, I know you want to get your get back against VP. So I got plans for everybody. I got plans for you, Zeta Steel. Zeta Steel started to say something, and then I guess the inner Jackson Drake came out like, listen, honey, you don't need to talk no more. I'm like, oh, okay, just Jackson Drake everywhere here. I got plans for you. I got plans with Zeta Steel and Keanu Carver. You have a match against Jackson Drake, but you do need a tag team. And I know just the two guys to bring it the music. OTM out of nowhere. They come out. They give the dab to Keanu. Keanu's like, I can kill you guys too, but you guys are strong. I respect that. They go to the ring. They double choke slam, swipe right. Jackson Drake tries to go left. Jackson Drake tries to go right. He always gets destroyed by the cast. He runs away. And that ends the segment. So I want to say this for myself. I give this segment I give this a B+. They showed how strong Keanu Carver is. The fact that Big Jaw's like, look, I know that these guys are assholes, and I'm not Stevie Turner. I'm not gonna dance around it. You want to get your get back for now? Fight them. And we have a tag team that was just wandering around the performance center after the NXT on Tuesday. They didn't know what to do, so we called them, and now they got a job. Yay! So EOD. No, that's after. I'm talking about OTM. Like they went to NXT. They lost their way to the parking lot, and then they ended up in Evolve the next day. They didn't know where to go back home. So I get that. EOD, your thoughts and rating of this segment?
I thought the segment, I was surprised Sada still was there. Like, to be honest with you, I just thought, again, I guess a 30-day whatever thing. I guess they work the weekend, get your paycheck, whatever the case may be. So I was surprised to see her. I thought it was good. The fact that he let her pretty much talk, like, you don't really get to hear her like talk too much in like a serious tone and everything. So I did like the celebration, but they kind of explained what happened to Bryce Donovan a little bit, addition by subtraction. So I'm assuming we're not seeing him anymore, but Evolve was like weird the way it tapes. Ja coming out, the first thing I remembered when I thought of was like, man, that's a big dude. Like Keanu came out and he came out, I was like, damn, Ja's a big dude. Because I mean, it looked like Keanu was thinking about maybe doing something at first, but he's kind of a face now and everything. And I was like, I don't know if Keanu could just take out Ja like that. Ja doesn't have any wrestling experience, but that's still a big dude. I was surprised about OTM and the dynamic between OTM and Keanu Carver walking into the ring with Vanity Project was disgusting because they were just so big. They were just so big, and they took the Invisible Man's advice. They gave that man a cast. I'm like, you made a monster get a weapon that he could just use at any time. That was crazy. But I thought the segment was good. It started out. We still don't know everything that's happening. Like with this season 2 thing, they get some new Titantrons. That was cool. I was like, the dungeon looks a little bit brighter. I couldn't put I couldn't put my finger on it and everything because I was like, well, maybe they had an Evolve sign in the back maybe all this time, and I just didn't know. But they told me there's a new Titantron. So I'm like, okay, a little bit more money in the budget. So season 2 starting out to be okay so far. So a B for the whole thing because it was OTM. Because it was OTM.
Yeah,
so
they're mercs. That's what they are. Terrell, thoughts and rating of the match, then CJ.
You mean the segment, right?
Yes, segment. My apologies.
I thought the segment was really, really good. Having Vanity Project come out, talk a whole bunch of trash, having Keanu trying to storm through the place, like trying to get to the ring and everything was pretty crazy. I do like the new setup that they have for season 2. Well, we can't officially just say it's season 2 because they did have a commercial where they said a brand new season or something like that, something to that line. So it got to be season 2. I like the setup for it. It looks pretty nice. Having OTM team up with Keanu, that was genius. I don't know if it was genius for Vanity Project, but it was genius to have them team up side by side. So I thought it was a really good look for them. All in all, they look like a pretty crazy they would make a pretty crazy faction. Like imagine if Keanu joined OTM. It'd be like Skrillex.
Ooh, we.
It'd be like Skrillex went to get cloned and he was like, you know what? I need a mega clone of myself. So Scripps get a mega clone and you have Keanu. Yeah, I like it.
Mm-mm.
I'll give it a B. I give the segment a B.
Yeah, I really, yeah, this segment was pretty good. And yeah, OTN kind of took me by surprise being the surprise tag for Keanu, which is kind of crazy. I already got a big dude, and he add two more big dudes against these three little dudes here. Like, it's something. But yeah, I enjoyed this. So I guess it's B plus for OTM. So they came back on NXT Tuesday. So they trying to do some some more stuff down in Evolve too. So ain't nothing wrong with that. So yeah, B plus.
I wanted to say this before I get to Cardi. Shawn Michaels spoiled 2 out of 3 surprises. No, one. He spoiled one person coming in later on, but he did not spoil. No one spoiled OTM coming in here. Kind of a blessing and a curse at the same time. But Cardi M, thoughts and rating of the match. Sorry, segment. I'm saying match. Segment. Vanity Project came out. Keanu Carver came out. OTM came out, and they choke slammed. They choke slammed Swipe Right, and Jackson Drake ran away. Beginning of the show.
Yeah. I like that intro. I thought it was a good way to introduce Big Jaw as the GM and like somebody that could kind of like keep Keanu in check because nobody really can.
No one can.
So
No
I did like
can.
that. Yeah, it was a good segment.
Rating?
I'll give it an A just because it was entertaining to see Vanity Project. Right.
Overall, averaging a B. That's fine, and I love this segment actually because again, Big Job probably is the only one that. And then he put it to bed. He's like, "Look, I'm the GM for this week only, and I get to say what I need to say." So I respect that. And Stevie Turner was there, kind of like when you do like a driving test, like the driving test instructor was there. Like she was just there in the background, kind of like just watching, just in case. So I did like that. After that segment, they show a segment. They show like a backstage vignette of Legacy and Superstar Legacy and Idris and Enofe, where they show the whole rivalry, which is not really a rivalry. It's been like 5 weeks, 6 weeks of random stuff. They've been going back and forth. Idris and Enofe coming out talking crap, Sean Legacy talking crap. So they were just setting it up for coming up next. Next, this is a good segment, and I have a button for this person right here. Let's see if I don't think I deleted it. Oh, there it is.
What a bitch.
Wendy Chu, which is very reminiscent of Lucha Underground. I'm gonna explain why, ladies and gentlemen. Wendy Chu sans spooky makeup was shown lying down on what appeared to be a psychiatric's couch. As a unseen female asks her what words come to mind when she thinks of who she is, Chu replied that she was confused, invisible, and lonely. She said that she tried to stand out and be different, but lost her identity along the way. She added that she feels disassociated and disconnected from everyone, including herself. And they would show the video like clips of like people like wrestling wise putting their foot on her face, or like they show the clip of Kendall Gray like just destroying Wendy Chu with the chair and stomping on the things. Like that's where the distance of herself. I'm over here. She said that she coped by not talking and hid behind the silence and can't keep carrying all the hurt, frustration, and disappointment. When asked what would look like to be more understood, she replied, "I don't know," which they interlaced with someone where they're interlaced with what's next for me. So, since someone is very interested in talking about this, Cardi M, what are your thoughts on the Wendy Chu psychiatric promo?
Psychiatrist. I thought it was a good promo. Yeah, I don't know, it kind of struck me. That's all.
Okay, sure. EOD, your thoughts on this promo?
I really liked it. It's showing her evolution. I wish they would have said that she's frustrated that she's still down here and not on the main roster, because to me, she should have been on the main roster a very, very long time ago. But she's not for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe they need her down there. Maybe she's a trainer. I don't know, but she's there. And now that we've had our recent cuts or like releases or non-renewals, she is the most interesting character from like start to finish right now, character development wise, that they have on Evolve. They show her as one thing, now she's evolving into something else. We don't know exactly what yet, and she's kind of talking about how she wanted friends. I thought it was a good segment, a good way of like showcasing her and her storyline. And when they usually do vignettes like this, usually they got something in mind for you. So I liked it. I give this segment an A. It was really good.
Terrell, your thoughts of this segment?
I thought the segment was pretty interesting. What I will say is this: I think Wendy Choo is by far the best. Like like we all can agree that out of all the women on Evolve that they have right now, she does have a lot of eyes on her. She has the greatest potential when it comes to going to the main roster. They could put her on the main roster right now and she would fit in, like instantly fit in. I've been ready to see her on the main roster as well. And I want to say her therapist, I think she was talking to herself. That's what I believe. I believe she was like in her own head, like asking herself for advice on what she should do next. But I could be wrong. Because for all we know, AJ Lee could be her therapist. And they just ain't showing us.
Okay.
But I have a theory that she was talking to herself.
I was thinking that too at first. I was thinking that too, but I think the voice was like different. And they got a lot of budget stuff going on. They're like, what if we need to replace this person? We can just throw somebody else's voice in there and call it a day.
Yeah.
She had the voices in her head.
Yeah, because I really believe she could change her voice up. So I believe she was talking to herself. Like it may be a new persona that she's going to go by that we haven't seen yet. And that new persona is going to be revealed as herself. Like it's going to be like a Mick Foley type thing. But I give it an A just because I love the angle of it.
Okay, that's cool. CJ Wolfie, your thoughts and rating of this segment as well?
Yeah, I'll give it an A as well. It was interesting. It was a pretty good segment with her, and I would like to see more of this. Like she would have like different sections of it, of talk about this part here of each part of her personality that she's kind of brewing with how she started talking and stuff. But it's a pretty good segment. So I hope they keep going with this, or they might do something different next week. So yeah, I'll give it an A.
A as well for me, over the fact that they're doing Lucha Underground style. They're really delving into the life of Wendy Choo. They didn't really go to Sleepy Time Choo. They just stuck to the Sleep Demon Choo. It was like, that's fine. I respect that. Like you want to in this evolved world, that's how the storyline starts. Cardiac wants to say.
Is she saying something or?
That thing on mute. Yeah, that thing's on mute.
Yeah, we don't hear anything.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you hear us now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll just try to repeat what I said. I like this segment just because it gave an explanation for her character, like a little bit of a backstory as to why she's been silent this whole time. And I thought it was relatable and refreshing. So yeah.
Okay. That's as well. It was a good segment. Like I said, I hope there's more of it. We have a continuation of this. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure my audio is coming out 5x5. This show is always wild. Make sure to like, subscribe, and we love you. Thank you for that like and that Twitch follow wherever you are. Continuation to that, and I'm not making this up. This is verbatim of a written podcast. Chewy Martinez, decked out in his finest plaid button-up shirt, was in the back with Chantel Monroe. I did not make up the words. This is from P.W.F. Torch. Okay, thank you. Y'all, this is not my fault this time. And I went to other written podcasts. They make way more worse things to say about him, but I'm not saying that right now. He asked her what she thought of Wendy's therapy session. She says that she's all for therapy, but there's no amount of head meds that can fix Wendy's bargain bin brain, and that if she got in her face, she'd slap her silly and send her packing back to the spirit of Halloween. I have to admit, that was a great line. The Spirit of Halloween was actually it's a relatable Netflix thing that came out. And Chantel Monroe did also say that if she messes with her, she'll be sending her to physical therapy at the end of it. Cardi M, what are your thoughts on Chantel Monroe talking smack to Wendy 2 when she's not there?
I think that's whack. And I think it's gonna come back to bite her because Wendy 2 is obviously not backing down. So
EOD, your thoughts, and then Terrell, CJ.
I thought it was great. It was great because she's already started beef with her. Like, what was it? Not last week, the week before, whenever they were in the locker room. So the line where she said, "Yeah, you might be going through therapy now, but I see you're going to be going to physical therapy." That was pretty cool. But I guess she smelled blood with this new Wendy Chu because people wasn't talking spicy like that before. She was a little wild, a little bold, but I can't wait to see this feud, and they're slowly building it up, I guess. And I don't know what's going to happen with Layla Diggs and Misa Holiday. I think they can go either way. Either they're going to stick with Wendy Chu, or maybe they might go with Chantel. Who knows? But I will give the segment because of her promo skills. Yeah, I know I don't do this a lot. I'm gonna give it an A+. I don't do plus and minuses that much, but I'm gonna get that A+. I guess Terrell's go.
Oh yeah. Chantel Monroe, she did what she had to do, you know what I'm saying? She put on a pretty mean promo. And when I say pretty mean, I mean she was mean. She had to let her know. You know what I'm saying? It's like the mean girl teasing the weird girl.
Yeah.
Saying and she's trying to back her up in a box. She's using her insecurities, her doubts against her. You know what I'm saying? We seen Sleepy Time Wendy Chu, then we seen Nightmare Wendy Chu. Now we have confused Wendy Chu. We don't know what she's gonna do. She doesn't know what she's gonna do. All she knows is that she wants to punish. Okay, she wants to punish Chantel Monroe, but she don't know how she's gonna do it because she's refining herself again. And whether that leads to her losing to Chantel Monroe, maybe she get lucky, or Chantel Monroe is just gonna get choked out. We don't know. But all I know is that I got to get his promo an A+ because Chantel was talking. She was talking.
I just
She
have some
was
advice.
talking, man.
Don't take advice from Blake Monroe because she out here shanking people. don't take it from Blake. Don't go too far. Don't go too far.
Yeah, I also agree. I get this an A+ too. Yeah, Chantel was she was talking that mess, and yeah, I was impressed by what she told. I was impressed, so she did pretty good on it. And this like going to be a pretty interesting feud between her and Wendy. So I'm looking forward to see more of what they're gonna do too. So A+.
Now, I kind of didn't like Chantel's promo over the fact that again it felt a little. Nothing against Chewy. This is not about Chewy. It's about the fact that Chantal is fighting someone that has a credible background, has a credible record, and you just want to act like it's Aria Bennett. Shout out to Aria Bennett. Nothing against her, but she's been gone for so long. CJ Wolfie should be coming back from video in a second. But that's all I gotta say about that. If I hope when we get to this match, it'll be okay for Wendy to lose, because then you could say, well, Wendy has kind of turned into a baby face, so it kind of makes sense at the moment. That's fine. And then she can have her redemption. There you go, CJ. Another thing by Destroyer. He must be chilling out. He must be watching some girl in a hot tub on Twitch. Usually that happens for him. All right. Next segment. This is funny. Enofe versus Super Sean Legacy. Now, I can do the play-by-play. I can do all that. We all know this. B-. I'm y'all can talk about that in a second, but I'm giving this a B-. What I'm going to do now is give you 3 different clips. One about Super, one about Edris, and one about something that we talked about at the end of NXT time with D-Walk, I think offline with EOD. Something about, comparing someone to someone else. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's start off with clip number 1, and then we'll have a nice little talk about it because CJ Wolfie's internet's coming in and out, so I hope she's okay. Let's go 1.
Hard work never sleeps for a true wrestling warrior, and that's what Sean Legacy is. However, he's nosy. He's an overstepper. He's a busybody. He's always getting involved in business. That's not his, like Edris Enofe's. That's how this whole thing started. That is completely backwards. There's proof. No, the proof is you commentate the show with me, Peter. You're there. Yes, Edris Enofe is the one. And by the way, no.
And we're back.
Y'all can hear me?
All right, can you hear it? Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Now,
somebody call my phone. Yeah.
That's all right. Gotcha. Throughout this match, Peter Rosenberg was kind of crapping on Enofe, and then Robert Stone was kind of crapping on Sean Legacy. Put that out there. Sean Legacy had fun. Sean Legacy was doing Sean Legacy thing, almost jumped to the outside. Enofe stopped him, went back in, did a nice little jumping lariat to Sean Legacy. This wasn't a great match by Enofe, by no means whatsoever. When before the match even started, Enofe was walking outside to the ring. Everyone was booing, right? Everyone was booing Enofe. Then he got to the corner to those 2 women, those 2 old ladies that always had signs. They were in NXT as well, having signs, and they had a sign for OTM. They had a sign for Enofe. They had a sign for Thea Hale. How can you have a sign for Thea Hale if Thea Hale is a surprise entrant? I smell plants. I smell some old lady
maybe
plants.
the way they put the show together was out of order. Maybe
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird how they. Yeah. Or they could have announced it before the show started for them, maybe that she was there or something.
I was gonna say, the only thing I can imagine is something like a playbill where it's like they tell you they have a list of what the matches are going to be. So I guess you have a chance. Yeah. And it's kind of smart. Like you can see she just like cut up a poster board and made the signs just small enough that they're like not going to bother.
Yeah, that's fine.
She can have like 8 of them.
But it's always she's turning into the green Kool-Aid shirt guy. Because she was in NXT, those 2 old ladies holding those signs. And then Enofe's like, these 2, they're cool. I love them. Everyone else, boo everyone else. I'm like I love that. I love these 2 old ladies. I love these 2 girls. Everyone else, bah. I like that. Second clip. Here we go. This is going to be a little weird. I think it's this one. Oh, here it is.
Edris Enofe, one of the most impressive young athletes in Evolve, Robert Stone. Peter, get your camera out. Get a pic, bro, because this guy is carved from stone. No pun intended. He is Herculean. He is an Adonis. He is not a star. He is the star. Edris Enofe. Look at this guy.
Listen, there's no question about it. The man's in unbelievable shape, an incredible competitive edge in this man. However, he has his hands full tonight with Super Sean Legacy. Don't forget, Robert Stone, Edris Enofe brought this to Sean Legacy a while back. This guy has had a different kind of chip on his shoulder for a very long time.
Peter, can you just stay quiet while we're watching him pose? The people are trying to enjoy it.
He's like a hero for you, practically, Edris.
That was really nice. He is a hero to him. This match was only 4 minutes. That's it. Enofe's last match was 4 minutes, bell to bell. And that's a sad thing to do. The only thing I liked about it, I remember now, was his elbow drop. It was a really beautiful Macho Man elbow drop. So, EOD, thoughts and rating of the match?
Yeah, the match was just okay. And I think maybe if this was his last match, because you know how they do the tapings and everything in bunches, so maybe it's his last match, maybe not. Maybe it was this way to make sure he didn't get hurt on his way out. That's the only thing I could think of, because Sean Legacy is really good and Enofe is really good, but it was like there's something about them together in this match that, like last week we were saying that this should have been a match that was on Succession and everything. But then we get this match, it just felt like a regular match, just basically maybe to close the rivalry off. The match was just okay, and I know both guys can go. So that's the only thing I could think of, like, hey, let's go ahead and get through this match. Let's make sure we know you're going to be leaving. Let's make sure you don't get injured. There's no reason to go all out if this is going to be your last match. So I get it in that regard. But it was all right. It didn't even feel like it was the match didn't even feel like it was a rivalry. It just felt like it was a regular match to me. So, I don't know. I have to give it like a C. I hate to say it and everything because I like Enofe. Yeah, I know Sean Legacy is my guy, but it was just a match.
Yeah, I heard that. Cardiam, thoughts and rating of the match? Enofe versus Legacy.
Yeah, sadly, I kind of agree. Like I was after the match ended, I was kind of thinking back on like memorable moments, and it was an okay match. So I'm just gonna give it a B because that's what I thought when I saw it. Like this feels like a B match. But like you said, we know they're both great wrestlers, so that's not anything to say about them. But it makes sense, if the contract was already signed, this was just a safe match on the way out. So yeah.
All right, okay. Terrell, then CJ Wolfie, your thoughts and rating of the match?
Yeah, the match was okay. It wasn't all it cracked up to be. I've seen them do better performances. Enofe going out, I probably would have thought that maybe he could have won his last match if it is the last match, but I give it a C.
Okay. CJ?
Yeah, I give it a C also. Yeah, it just soon like this is gonna be his last match. It could have went at least like a little bit longer than 4 minutes. At least showcasing him more in the match than what they did. But yeah, it was pretty decent. So sadly, yeah, I give it a C.
All right, I gave it a B minus. You gave it it rounds out to, ladies and gentlemen, we have buttons for this. AC.
I don't know. It just seemed like Sean Legacy was dominating most of the match anyway. Like he was dominating like 80, 90% of the match.
Yeah. Like he get that much offense for like at least 20% of the offense was him.
Yeah. And he still wasn't doing everything that he can do that we've seen him do on Evolve. So that's why I'm saying I think maybe just to make sure he didn't get injured on the way out, probably. That's the only thing I can think of. So
no, it makes a lot more sense. And for a 4-minute match, like Enofe didn't even do the Mario stomp, where he just jumps on people's bodies over. He didn't do that. He's like, I like that crap. He didn't even cheat, not once. I mean, not cheat, like use the advantage for him, but like not once. I'm like, this is a very short match. So all right, fine. I mean, speaking about not being fine. Chuy Martinez post-match outside with a brand new shirt and a brand new jacket button. Talking to Sean Legacy. I call it like I see it. Because it went from yellow to green. It was a weird color palette change. He talks to Sean Legacy. Sean Legacy is mad that he wasn't on Succession, but he'll be on the next one. If you're still here after 30 episodes, you should be on the next Succession, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. He says that someone needs to come back home. No, it's not Paige or Soraya. It's Timothy Thatcher. Can't say Timothy right. I don't know why. So Thatcher, come back home. Nice little fun fact. On Friday, It's Gall is going to fight Timothy, and one of his promos that he did in his house was that he was dreaming, and all he dreamed of was the horrendous match that he got beat the crap out of by Thatcher. And then he wakes up, he's like, "No, it's just a dream." And then the graphic comes in, "No, it's not. Thatcher versus It's Gall on Friday." I'm like, "Oh, that was beautiful, beautiful." So we get that. So that's like I like that they bring Thatcher in for the next season. Because obviously it's good to bring him back for like maybe 1 to 3 matches. He'll get dominated again by the new guy and then disappear again. Yippee dippy doo.
Are we gonna get a Thatcher and match again?
Why?
I don't know why I said again.
Why? No, they never had a match. Thatcher fought one person, but I forgot who it was.
He got beat down by Keanu Carver. Yeah,
he got beat down. But he had a match before that, though. But he had a match before.
Bryce Donovan.
Yeah, he did. There you go.
He fought
one
Bryce.
match, and that's it. Okay, thank you, EOD. I don't remember that match either. Bryce was like, it was.
I think Bryce. I want to say I think Bryce won that match.
Okay.
Bryce did, yeah. Bryce did. Yeah. I remember that. He was on a good winning streak. He never lost, except for he never lost. All right. This is again not written by me, written by P.W. Torch. Big Jaw was in Stevie Turner's office, thanking her for letting him cosplay GM when Mason Holiday and Layla Diggs walk in. Diggs gives a headshot to Big Jaw. Big Jaw being my age, but not understanding what a headshot was. I had to understand. He didn't know what that was. He's like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Oh, you can connect me on Instagram, on Snapchat." I'm like, "You can find us anywhere." Like, I'm not Director Jaw. I am GM Jaw. They walked away. They brought up a point that they have Laredo Kid, Marcus Mathers, and speaking of the Cowboy, Tate Wilder in a triple threat next week. PC versus AAA versus ID. When the second they agreed on that, Layla Diggs and Holiday came back inside to the freaking ring, back inside to the backstage, and said, "Hey, that's a great idea. Let's talk about getting us some TV deals." It's like, what? Like, why is this black and white? And I love that Mason Holiday is like, "Don't think like that, man. This is 2025. We different." I'm like, no, don't be saying that. I remember that exactly because she said it in the background, like, "This is 2025, man. It's different." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I get it. That's not what he meant, but okay." You can find us on Instagram. I love that shit. Cardi M, your thoughts on this is ridiculous. Layla and Mason ain't got nothing to do but try to get a job.
Listen, I respect the dedication. I love the whole bit, honestly. So
last week is that we gonna kick your ass. This week, like, Big Jaw, don't be racist. It can be more than black and white. I'm like, all right, don't be like that. That's the undertone I got.
Did one of them say like it's better for the environment or something?
Yeah, that was Diggs.
Okay.
And then that's when the Holiday said it's 2025, bro.
Yeah, they're being environmentally conscious. Come on, keep it.
All right, but EOD thoughts on it's 2 weeks in a row. Layla and Mason are getting pushed. Whatever reason they are, in what way, but they are.
I thought the whole segment was great. I like when Jaw was like, "What is this, a selfie?" But with the headshot, that was good. And the fact that they're trying to get something going on, like on TV or whatever. I did like that. I think earlier in the night though, I think Big Jaw just said something about how he's like the guest GM for at least this week, maybe more. Because I forgot they shoot them all in bunches. So technically, yeah, we might see him for the next 3 episodes. Like, I didn't even think about that until he said that. But yeah, this whole segment was good. They set up the ID versus I guess NIL, PC and AAA thing. I like the fact they explained it and then they said the competitors. So it's like, oh, we understand why it's the triple threat match for next week. And it was good. It was a good little funny segment. And the fact that Stevie Turner's still there, which I'm surprised because I thought they had announced it before the taping, but I mean, I think it's the Shayna Baszler effect. It's like, okay, once they release, they still get paid for 30 days, so they can still, if they want to, still work during that time. So it's like that's a good thing. So hopefully Stevie does well, whatever she does in the future, whenever her last appearance will be. But yeah, I thought the whole thing was good. I give it an A for what it was. The segment.
I respect that. I like that. Terrell, thoughts on this segment? Layla and Mason Holiday probably next week are gonna have postcards.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the segment an A. It was very entertaining. It was funny. Seeing them trying to, promote themselves for a movie or TV show, directed by Big Jaw or to the Max Entertainment. I think it'd be dope to see them in a program with them. Because I think they're already good wrestlers and performers in the ring, but to see how far they can, how far can they stretch out their talent, I think they would be pretty good in like an acting role or something like that. I could definitely see them in like some type of like hood movie, not really like a serious movie, but kind of like a comedy movie, something like One of Those Days or something like that. Like I could see them in something like that. Yeah,
I would too.
like the movie with Kiki Palmer and SZA. I could literally see them both doing something like that. Yeah.
All right, respect that.
Actually, that would be awesome.
No,
Kiki Palmer.
I think Big John needs to put them in a couple segments at most, and then you can connect it to WWE Evolves, Layla Diggs, and Mason Holiday. They can do the whole like dance while stomping a guy out in the street, like, dancing down, stomping you. Like it happens. It's Tubi. You can do whatever you want in Tubi. CJ Wolf, your thoughts on this segment?
Yeah, it was entertaining, and Layla them trying to get their thing up there, trying to get a little something with Big Job. Yeah, it was pretty good. So I'll get this an A as well. And Big Job being the gym man, like assistant, like guest, he been alright so far. So I guess on when maybe Steve Turner leaves, I don't know, they'll probably let him be the gym manager officially, or I don't know.
Okay. So
Yeah.
basically, yeah. Go on.
Oh, I do got one thing to say real quick.
Go on.
They were giving me inspiration vibes. That's what they reminded me of, the inspiration.
Yep.
Yeah,
So.
makes sense. Yeah, like a weird they're not from they're not from New Zealand. Like no, they're from America. So this is what the American version. Okay, I get it. Like you have Wreck, the Spain version of the zombie movie, then you have Quarantine, the American version of the Wreck movie. Oh, I get that. That's cool. But I think they can really play into their comedy aspects. Like you don't have to be. They can be that EOD and a little bit of Breezango.
Or
just a little bit. Like just play around with people and mess around with them. Yeah.
Yeah. Or they could just like be the meta girls of Evolve.
Yeah.
But with an inspiration twist to it.
Mm-hmm. That would be cool.
Man, that was a waste of a theme song too. I love the metaphor whole entrance.
Oh man, that
was so cool.
That thing, that entrance was so cool.
That Powerpuff Girl entrance is what I used to call it.
Right.
It was great.
Like on 2K25, man, that's one of my favorite entries on 2K25.
Oh yeah,
it's the metaphor entrance.
Oh, it looked real good on the game.
Okay, I respect that. I've seen it a couple of times. So I do like that. I want to give it before we get to the next segment where we talk about the Diesels. They were in NXT and they were exactly they're the Diesels. I'm gonna call them that until they get a name. They don't got a name. So before that, Aaron Rourke, shout out to Terrell. Aaron Rourke got his own promo, his own vignette talking about his life. talking about living the way he lived, and he was not happy. Like he was not happy living around the people that did not love him the way he was, and he found himself. He emulates a lot of wrestlers, which make a lot of sense because he emulates like Aleister Black in the jumping and a couple of moves like that. But he's just being perfect for himself. So I do love that they're no Mathers promo, but they're giving Aaron Rourke promos. So we're gonna go a little counterclockwise. Terrell, your thoughts on the Aaron Rourke promo? We might see a little bit more, might not, but are you satisfied with what you got?
Yes, most definitely. We already had the introduction for Marshall Mathers, which I thought was pretty cool. He already had his introduction, and then you had the introduction for him and Aaron Rourke to be a tag team. But now we have kind of like a backstory of Aaron Rourke, which I thought was a good touch for Evolve because it gives his fan base a little backstory as to why he started wrestling. I'm not sure if he ever presented this to reality of wrestling, but it does give us insight as to why wrestling, literally what I got from is that wrestling saved his life. You know what I'm saying? We don't know anything that was going through his mind in that time period in life, growing up being different, which we know what he was insinuating, but wrestling was an outlook for him to make him feel like, okay, from reality, watching wrestling is my escape. And I can resonate with that. I have had plenty of times where I was watching wrestling and it was my escape. Um, just from reality, just from things that was going on around me, wrestling was my escape. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime I had the thought of wanting to just hurt, like do something to somebody for disrespecting me, or anything of that nature, wrestling was an outlet for me. You know what I'm saying? Just like any other forms of entertainment that I like, music, stuff like that. So I can definitely agree with him on that. And I'm just happy that he didn't give up. That's just he's literally the image of not giving up. You don't know where you can end up if you give up. So yeah, man, he's literally a Ginyu Force member in real life. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Okay, I respect that. EOD, your thoughts on this on Rourke, and
Oh,
added on
oh,
question, and I
mhm.
added on question before you answer. Is this a breakup of the tag team, or is this is just like, okay, we showed Mathers, now we're showing Rourke, then we're gonna do like a whole like adrenaline drip where we see them every week talking about somebody?
Yeah, I don't think it's a breakup. I think it's just more of a spotlight on him. Like for me, I really appreciate because I have seen him in reality of wrestling, like Terrell was saying, but I didn't know anything about him. Now this makes you care about the person because now you know a little bit more, like his actual back, like his like shoot backstory and everything. And he was a theater kid. It's actually kind of weird. I guess he ran track. He was a theater kid. Then he got into wrestling, like the transition. So, and he was like just talking about how hard it was for him, like growing up and stuff like that. And how wrestling was an outlet. So it makes you want to root for him even more. So you can, even though he's flamboyant. I mean, he's theater kid and other stuff and everything. But I really liked it. I really appreciated it. I thought it was good. Like oh, that's really interesting. Now I'm like, oh, now let me really see what you got. Because before I was like watching it, kind of like to like, oh yeah, he does some good, cool moves and stuff like that. But now like you're interested in the person because of this, and I think that's what the vignettes was doing because he's new. We don't know nothing about him. We just knew he's this guy that came in and does some cool moves and stuff. But now we actually know more about him now, and well, yeah, nice little inspirational story. So
That's nice. CJ Wolfie.
Yeah, it was pretty good, and I'll give it a A because yeah, it was really presenting how how you start, well, how you was like before, like opening for wrestling, and be more like himself while wrestling and everything, and yeah, it was pretty good. So I like I give it an A.
Okay. Cardi M. Your thoughts on Aaron Rourke? You remember that promo though?
Yeah, I thought this was a really thoughtful promo. I know I was kind of like ragging on you while we were watching it because, I was like, these are the pictures that he's chosen to share, as like the important moments in his life and how he got here and part of his story. So, you should be watching it. But yeah, I thought it was really interesting. So, and it gave me some backstory into him. What
rating would you give him?
Rating? Yeah, give it an A.
All right. We're going all the letters of the alphabet here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going from C to B to A.
Oh yeah. Sorry, that didn't change the average. It did change the average. I give it an A too. I forgot. I didn't give it a grade, but it was good. It was just not wrestling related. It was just more personal and everything, like a real thing. So that's why I really liked it.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off, EOD. My bad on that. I didn't mean to press the button while you were talking.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I apologize for that. But I do like that Evolve is more personal. Wendy Chu being the personal type of thing. And now we have Aaron Rourke being a little bit more personal too. It's Gal would never be personal, but that's just it's Gal. That's just come on.
His head might explode.
Exactly.
You see some real vulnerability.
The backstory of what his life will be like a lot of people, men and women, with muscles and abs. There will not be an accurate retelling of his life. It will be CGI, all the AI rendering of his life.
Yeah, for real,
There
man.
was Grandma, it's Gall. She had 18 packs, man. She was peaking at 95. Nope. I'm done.
Oh my god.
It's Gall. Take that.
Imagine seeing him with no spray tan.
Oh yeah, sure. And like you can see the moon without no glare. That's never gonna happen. He made fun of everybody, by the way. Okay, speaking of making fun of somebody, Diesel 1 and Diesel 2 are backstage. Dry hair Diesel with his nice little arm tattoo with the Japanese letters on the side. That was pretty cool. He's talking about, it was a fluke. Still with the fluke thing. Oh, it's 1-on-1. We're gonna have the rematch again. And then wet hair Diesel's like, yeah, we're gonna get you. And they said this catchphrase again. I didn't think they were gonna say it again. Necessary roughness. I think it was unnecessary roughness or necessary roughness.
Necessary.
Yeah.
roughness.
Okay.
Unnecessary roughness. Like
so that's their tagline. So I'm like, okay, fine. Like you like that's. I thought it was like, I thought they were gonna say ruthless aggression. I was like, okay, you just taking that. Like you can take it. It's been long enough, but I'm like, it wouldn't make any sense. But necessary reference. I'm like, all right, that's cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, vulgar hand gestures was used in the beginning of this match, but let's start it off with Zeta Steel coming out because it's Zeta Steel versus mystery opponent. Zeta Steel comes out with Vanity Project. Wow, what a coincidence that they're all dressed for wrestling. Dr. Thirst comes out, and for Dr. Thirst, he has a match on Friday, ladies and gentlemen. So let's talk about what happens when you try to take gold from the gold mines and thinking that you can get away with it. Let's talk about coffee and Dr. Thirst.
Me and Cappuccino Jones have a little bit of history together. I earned my WWE ID contract after I made an example out of him in my very own home last year. After that, me and Cappuccino went on to main event the first ever episode of WWE Evolve, and since then, we've both gone on to become superstars. But Cappuccino, you're dead wrong when you say we're the same brew in different bodies. I need you to understand that it doesn't matter how hot you think your pot is when you're in the ring with a tall vanilla latte like myself who lives to cut anybody who stands in his way at their kneecaps. Remember this going into Friday in New Hampshire. Both of us got ID'd, but I'm the only one who's evolved. What do you think about that? Swipe left.
Oh wow. Lord have mercy.
Now, Cardi, thoughts on this promo? So many coffee puns, and he doesn't like that coffee.
Honestly, I can't blame him because I don't know what's in that coffee, quite frankly.
First of all, where did he get it? Where did he get Kevin Jones' coffee without him getting alerted? Like someone coming to a Vampires 2 and not getting alerted.
The lore we need to come up with for Cappuccino Jones.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was funny. Yeah.
Terrell, your thoughts?
Man, Jackson Drake played too much, man. I thought it was pretty cool though. He got to do what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? He got to be the bad guy in Cappuccino Jones's story, and I like it.
Okay, all right. CJ Wolfie.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I liked it, and yeah, it was a lot of copy puns on that promo. But yeah, I'm interested to see a feud between the two though. Like with what depending on if he like beat Keanu Carver for defending the belt. 'Cause I'm pretty sure he's gonna go after the belt with him. But I would like to see a feud between the two. Let Cappuccino have a little singles thing going besides tag team since they introduced no tag belt yet. But yeah, I like it. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Jackson Drake and Cappuccino Jones in a match. That would.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all know what I just thought about?
Yeah.
Like I know. I mean, because it's related to Jackson Drake, man. So y'all remember that promo that they had backstage? It was a backstage segment when Jackson Drake was mad at Stevie Turner. He was mad at Stevie Turner. I forget what the conversation was about, but Jordan Oasis had walked up and he started joking about Jackson Drake not knowing how to sign his contract or something. He was saying something like,
Yeah.
before trying to critique me, make sure you know how to sign your name on a contract next time, or something like that. He said. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, it's just a random thought. It's just a random thought that I thought about. That's all. I was like, man, I was really hoping they had a feud because I wanted to know what that was about.
Yeah, like that might have been some inside baseball, like maybe sign his real name instead of the fake name or whatever happened with the contract. Like, I want to know what happened with that contract sign.
Yeah.
Bringing it back to like the whole Jackson Drake. Why do we have a woman GM line as well? Like this guy was Nostradamus. He was predicting something way before we even thought about this stuff. Jesus, he said that, ladies and gentlemen. I have that clip. Check out on the last episodes. It's there. Let's speed this up a little bit because this get a little crazy here. After that segment, and after the Dr. Thirst thing that we just saw right now, Zeta Steel versus Thea Hale. Thea Hale comes out, does a little spinny thing, her little gifting thing. She flips off. I don't care what you do. I know this is a Noam Dar thing, but she flips off Zeta Steel. Zeta Steel immediately tells the ref, like, hey, disqualify her. She flipped me off. The ref tells her the match hasn't started yet. So how is that going to work out? Like, I can't ring the bell. The bell hasn't even been rung yet, bro. Sorry. So she comes in. She goes into the ring, does a little thing. She shakes the ropes. She flips off Zeta Steel again with the pinkies. And this match is just by the way, this match only lasted 30 seconds more than the Enofe match. So 4 minutes, 26 seconds. A lot of flipping the pinkies. Zeta Steel tried to do it. Zeta Steel only did exactly 5 moves. She when Thea Hale went to the outside, she hit her. She did the double knees to the inside, from the outside to the inside. She did the jumping knee to the corner to Thea Hale. Thea Hale kind of slid off like a banana. That was kind of weird. I love throughout the match, Jackson Drake was your best person to have in your corner and the worst heckler to have in your corner. For every time Zeta fell, get up. Why are you being like this? You're a vanity project. Get up. When she did something good, yeah, that's my girl. He would go to the crowd. You see her? That's perfection. I'm like, okay. So he has a bipolar disorder. We're getting more into Jackson Drake's personality. He's just insane. At the point where Ricky Smokes was trying to interfere, I love the fact that Zeta Steel stomped on his hand and then looked dead-eyed at Ricky Smokes and said, "That's what you get. That's what you get." She did not let go. Jackson Drake told Zeta Steel, "Go get her." And only when Zeta Steel, wherever the hell she was in her mind, started doing the roll-up, tried to roll up 1-2, reversed it into the jumping R bar to the floor, immediately tapped out. Ricky Smokes is selling the fact that his arms are broken and he can't use his arms anymore. And Zeta Steel, after she lost, the first words that came out of Jackson Drake's mouth to Zeta Steel, and I watched it the second time, ladies and gentlemen. What happened, bro? What happened, bro? She's a lady. First off, why you calling her bro? One, two, he was just clapping on her until commercial. So EOD, your thoughts and rating of this match? 4 minutes, 26 seconds. Thea Hale has a new gimmick of flipping off people or just taking away Noam Dar's powers. And Zeta Steel lost.
Well, I'm pretty sure I know why this is happening. But I was actually thinking if we might get a new member of the Vanity Project, like maybe somebody to take her place, because I don't know how they're going to actually do it. I kind of, even though I said we should probably stop talking about this, but maybe they could Jasmine Nix her, I guess, out the group. I mean, they can't do it, so you might need another female to go ahead and do it for. Like, I really like Zeta Steel, and I thought this was going to be the match that they're going to show what she can do. Because I've seen on everything else, except on Evolve. Except, I guess the one time she was tagging. But they don't really let her do it. Like, let her do what she can do. So, I know we've talked about it before, how she's leaving. So, I don't know how many episodes I guess she'll be on these remaining tapings, I guess, so we can figure out how to do that. But Jackson Drake was not pleased at all. And if you notice, this was like the first time he's ever really directed his anger at Zeta Steel. Mm-hmm. And yeah, he was just looking at, like you say, he's the best and the worst, because when she was doing something right, he was all there. But when she was messing up, he was letting her know. And he was just looking at her like, okay, we're the Vanity Project. We don't lose, type of deal. So I was like, yeah, she's not long for the Vanity Project. I just don't know how it's going to play out. But I'm actually interested in it because I want to know how it's going to play out. But the match itself was just, it was like a C match. It wasn't anything really. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. It was just whatever. It's a filler.
That's a low. You love Zeta Steel too. This is weird. It's a rare that you give her a C, and you love Zeta Steel.
Well, I mean, I like Thea Hell also. So, but I mean, the match. I mean, the match was what the match was. I mean, it is what it is. So,
okay, all right. Cardi, thoughts on Thea Hale versus Zeta Steel? 4 minutes, 26 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It wasn't like a standout match. Obviously, I'm always happy to see Thea Hale, and I'm happy to see her on Evolve because they don't use her too much on NXT. So why not send her to Evolve? She could pop off there. But yeah, overall it was like a decent B match. If this is Zeta Steel's last match, then it was an okay match. I mean, she got tapped out by Thea Hale. There are worse ways to go.
She got murdered by Thea Hale. I get it. Oh,
as for submission, I guess.
As for submission. Before we get to Terrell, notable moments of commentary. I didn't audio it, but I remembered it. Robert Stone was pro Thea Hale needs to go to Evolve. Just literally, like, she's perfect in Evolve. She's never got gold anywhere else, but she can work in Evolve. This is perfect for her in Evolve. So I'm guessing either this is a one-time thing or she's coming to Evolve. Which, again, yes. I've been a few episodes ago, EOD, you remember this, I think. I said Thea Hale should not go down there because it just, no. But now that we have this new prospect of people coming in and things might be changing, yeah, sure. And this is a good storyline long in the future. Imagine Thea Hale going to Vanity Project and then joining Vanity Project, right? And then Harlan Lewis finds out about this. And Harlan Lewis starts coming back home to beat everybody's ass because someone's near my girlfriend.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that.
I showed saying, like, where's your boyfriend?
Yeah. Oh, he's in Japan. Who's your boyfriend's name? It doesn't really matter until it matters. Hey, what do you mean by that? Okay. But all right, Terrell, your thoughts on this match and rating?
The match was okay. I feel like Thea Hale was doing a lot of taunting. They was doing a lot of taunting back and forth at each other. I will say that. It really wasn't, like a full edged fight, like a brawl. like I thought that I would see. But I give it a B plus. No, I give it a C plus. My bad. I give it a C plus. The plus is just because the finish was a submission, and you know how I am about my technical wrestlers, man. I'm technical wrestler advocate, man.
Okay,
But
I get that.
the last time we saw Thea Hale on NXT television is when she got taken out by Nia Jax.
Not
That was the
necessarily. Not necessarily.
Technically, she was in the
The last
battle
time.
royale, but
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
she
That's
was,
the
she
Yeah.
was,
last
she was,
time.
yeah, she was in the battle royal, yeah.
Yeah.
her last match I think was the Nia Jax match. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right, Terrell. Yep, you're right, EOD. You're right. Yeah. Damn.
Mhm.
No, that's
Crazy.
another thing. It's funny you mentioned like technical wrestling because I'm not really a technical wrestler fan, but so when it comes to Thea Hale, I just like her character. So
You have
and she gets you with an armbar.
You only have
Mhm.
two. You only have two submission specialists in Evolve, which is just three.
Kendall Gray.
Three. Yeah.
Kendall Gray versus Thea Hale.
No, but you have Kendall, you have Carly, and you have Wendy. Those are only three of their submissions.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like you can bring a fourth.
That's good. I mean, the three of them are.
But Wendy's not a submission like specialist. She's a submission finisher. Kendall and Carly are submission specialists. Thea Hale is as well. So we need like a third one. We have three standard women. We'll have three submission specialists. We need like two power and one like a dark horse. And that would be a nice little yeah, you know what I mean? Like a nice little mix of stuff.
It's true. Now that Callie is gone, we need like a female powerhouse.
We need Bailey Humphrey.
Yeah.
We need Bailey Humphrey.
Mm.
That name, I've been seeing her matches in Evolve. Give her like 2 seasons. A good 2 seasons there, 6 months each. She could be good.
Yeah.
Don't put her in NXT for what? Like just to have 2 matches again? Like, where's Jasper Troy? In the speed tournament, everybody. How does that work? A guy who wears chains on his neck like Piccolo, yet he's in a speed. Okay, anyway.
But they did still announce him as a season 1 winner.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they announced him as that. Yeah.
Don't say it anymore. Don't say that anymore, guys. Just like my name is Jasper Troy. Please stop. Troy Jasper. Speaking of mythical creatures, it's time to hear that. I can only play this now from now on, so I'd rather just say this to start off.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Mount Olympus, the real live action figure, it's Go!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Studometer, which I can never show again because it's now announced on television. I'm glad for you, it's Gall, but I'm sad as hell because that's what made us famous. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not 10 and jacked and ready to attack, it's time for the It's Gall Studometer. He does 2 today. He does the prototype, not the GOAT John Cena, but back in when he was Baby Gall. He loved the physique and the tan. 9.5. We said that to Joe on NXT. He's like, you know what? And he actually agreed. He's like, huh, okay, I accept that number for the prototype. Next up, Ringmaster. Stone Cold Steve Austin before the 316 promo. His tan was not on point, so 8.7. EOD, thoughts on 9.5 and 8.7?
I mean, that was fair because I know when he was a prototype, John Cena was still like in his bodybuilder phase. So I'm like, yeah, and he kind of looks like what Gal would want to be like. The look, even the haircut and everything, and like, and people forget like the way Stone Cold used to look and everything back in the day. Stunning Steve Austin and all that. But yeah, he was pale. That was the thing. He said he needed to work out in the sun, and he would have been higher. But yeah, it was a fair rating for both of them. I liked it. And if they now have it, he's got the little production behind it. I like the fact that it's on Evolve now. Just hopefully you still control the IP for it. It's Gal. So, but that was good. I'll give that segment an A.
Okay, I respect that too. Cardi, thoughts on the It's Gall segment and thoughts that it's on television now?
I agree. It's kind of. I'm a little sad that it's not on Instagram anymore, but I'm also happy for him that his segment is growing, and that's his official segment on Evolve now. Um, I don't know. I thought it was cool. I like that he went a little bit old school, and we saw he went with a specific era for Cena, which I thought was cool. And same thing with Austin. So yeah,
I like that. Terrell and then CJ, your thoughts on 9.5 prototype, 8.7 ringmaster.
I feel like it was pretty accurate. Seeing that we have a TV production version of it is actually not that bad. It's actually, pretty good. They presented it very well. It's different from the raw, form of it like he used to do on IG. But with this new TV production, it's pretty cool. We may get more superstars. He may do more superstars, whether it's legends or current roster, which will also be pretty cool. The only thing that I hope he has it copywritten to him. Yeah, I just hope he has it copywritten to him because it is his idea. It's part of his gimmick. It's his invention, and yeah. But I will give it an A. It was really, really good. I'll give it an A. But yeah, man, give Shotzi her tank, bro.
Yeah. No, we made it famous, and it became famous. So shout out to you guys. CJ Wolfie, your thoughts on the Stedometer?
Yeah, I give it an A as well. I enjoyed it, and I am glad he actually got it put it on TV now, which I kind of miss it having it on Instagram. You kind of watch it from first. But yeah, and using like the prototype John Cena, like he was like built with the tan and everything. So that's his go-to from just go. So and he's a ringmaster. Steve Austin was kind of crazy with. Yeah, I just want to know if their reactions to that. If they'll get noticed of, I want to know if their reactions to that for them using their old gimmick from like the beginning. So yeah, it was good. It was good, interesting.
Okay, give you that. Names for next week. Hopefully that he uses Diesel, X-Pac, Razor Ramon, because you can say that Diesel was tan and jacked, but his legs were like crappy. So like, boom, he should have did leg day. Boom, that's a deduction right there. Razor Ramon tanned and jacked, but he was just, the hair was the hairing and the pecs were peaking. But I heard that he didn't really pay his parking tickets and he kind of ran away from his restaurant bills. I don't like that. You should always pay for all the protein that you're eating in your body to make your peaks peaking. Deduction right there.
Man, that segment was crazy.
I
know.
The
whole plate, whole table.
I told you would. Like, no, you're right. Like, don't go. Like, that. Damn, I can't really bring him down. Where can I get him at? Food.
Oh.
I got him right there. Bleeding is not diuretic. That's why Matt Cardona got a 8.7 because it's not diuretic. But and for X-Pac, all you have to say is X-Pac 7.5. That's it. You don't even have to do it. You don't have to say anything. Just say X-Pac 7.5. Like, you're not peaking when everyone says you're nuclear heat, bro. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say about that. That could be something also in the future, hopefully. Don't touch Doink the Clown. Yeah, go on, Terrell.
I say he do the cerebral assassin Triple H and Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, like that 90s era Shawn Michaels.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't one for a thing in the future, but we need Otis to come down to Evolve because what he did to Otis, what was it, last week, was dirty. So we need Otis to come down to Evolve and have a match with its skull. At least just one time. Because he did that man dirty.
That would work. That would work. Because like Otis is like just chilling out in NXT. Like, hey Otis, I saw you on TV last week. Like, what do you mean? oh, there's this guy called It's Gall. Like, oh, and then he's like, you see his face turn from like white to red because he's like, next week it's Gall. Again, you could do that. You could do that and have fun. Honestly, I don't think he's gonna touch Triple H and Shawn Michaels. I don't think so, because Triple H will never get a 10, and you always will bring up the quads. You will always bring up his quads, and they weren't quadding. So then Triple H will be like, "Oh, that's a funny segment. Okay, you're getting deducted to level up." Oh, no. You know. So I want to say that. Speaking of weird things, Brooks Jensen wearing a Thunderbolt Patterson t-shirt. Shout out to Thunderbolt Patterson was gracing Stevie Turner with his presence. He was complaining about Bryce Donovan suddenly claiming that he was no longer part of the Vanity Project and no longer future endeavored, and getting a title shots. Turner said that she understood his frustration with them, but Carver is next in line as a dejected Jensen walks away. But she did tell him, "You lost, so you got to win to go up in the ranking." He got pissed like a baby and ran away. Big Jaw marveled at Turner as going on and expressed an eagerness to learn more. They began looking over the files of 3 new ID prospects who will be appearing next week. There's 4 judges, and we're only going to see 3 people. Now, EOD, coach like watches this stuff, so I wish he was here. But EOD, who are the 3 that you think are going to be popping out next week? It's probably going to be like 2 women and a guy. They're not going to do 2 guys and a girl.
Well, the only person I know that was on there was Harlem Lewis. The other people that I think I did know, I'm not. Are they still with the company? Some of the people that was in Evolve, like early, like the quarterback. What was his name?
I think it was BJ.
No. No, he did a lot of flips. I know he was on the second season of. He used to play. Used to be in the NFL. He was a quarterback in the NFL.
He's still there.
Oh, he's still there. Okay.
Yeah, he's still there.
But yeah, I think you might be right. It might be 2 females and a guy. I want to say Harlem Lewis, but who knows what they're going to do.
No,
but he's in there for like a month, right? But isn't their month almost up?
Didn't they
almost, but
they'd be making their.
Oh yeah, that's right, because of the taping. Yeah, you're right. So he wouldn't have been able to make it.
He won't even be there.
Yeah.
Didn't they say they'll be making their Evolve debut?
Yes.
Okay, they debut. Okay.
So it
that means somebody hasn't been there.
Never been on Evolve before.
Yeah, but I will say this, because I don't know who these people could be, because I don't watch LFG, but they did announce that Michelle McCool, Bubba Ray, Undertaker, and Booker T is going to be on Evolve too. So,
oh Lord, Booker T came on the wrong week. He should have came last week. He would have been very happy.
Oh yeah,
talking to you, Wendy Chunagil Lions. But okay, that's fine. I respect it. I mean, I want. It actually might be like PJ Vasa. I'm looking at the names. Might be PJ.
Yeah, I heard
Vasa,
some of the names and everything,
Humphrey.
but I have to be honest. I don't watch LFG because I have to not watch wrestling some days of the week.
No,
There's too much wrestling on there.
It is too much. But Terrell made up a good point. It might not be Trill London because Trill London was on.
That's his name.
Before.
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, he was on Evolve before. So it's got to be somebody we've never seen. Yeah.
He got murdered by Harlem and Keanu. So I'm like, yeah, you really can't come back to that. Bro. One of them are gone. Can't go back to the Keanu part. But I get that. Damn, that sucks. That like, I'll wait till next week. That's fine. I mean, I want to see Bailey Humphrey and Evolve. She can be the Brock Lesnar for Kendall. She could be the person that just comes in like, I don't believe you. I'm the arm breaker. Bailey just destroys you in 3 minutes.
You know what? I do think. Well, I know it's not. I know it didn't happen on the show and everything, but I think they might throw Last Legend at her first because of the interaction they had at NXT.
True.
Just because since they don't have somebody in Evolve yet, besides, I think Carly Bright is ultimately the next person, but since they don't have anybody, that's what they did with Kelly Armstrong. Oh, like we got Natalia down here because we don't really have anybody that we want to feud her with right now. So maybe that's what they're doing with Lash. Maybe, I don't know.
That would work. Like I told you, Ren Sinclair and Carly Bright. That's the story for the future.
Yeah,
they're gonna continue with that, and Kendall's getting more like more cameos in the Wednesday segment on Instagram. So you can play with that. You can do this. You can do this like a BTS behind the scenes type of thing, where after Kendall destroyed Ren kind of like wants to stay away from Kendall, and then Kendall like doesn't really get the hint. Like, you hurt me, I don't want to be around you. And then, but either way, let's keep going with this. Time for the main event, ladies and gentlemen. Vanity Project, Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes and Jackson Drake with Zeta Steel on the side. I'll talk about Zeta Steel in a second. Versus Keanu Carver and OTM. This news for all the ladies or men, depending who you are, living your life like it's thirsty.
Living your life like you're thirsty. Living your life like you're thirsty.
Now, that's a new meme, ladies and gentlemen. That's for everybody. Now, two things. Zeta Steel, I know you left the company, but you sold the hell out of the fact that your arm was broken. Throughout the whole time, while they were bringing in Keanu Carver and OTM, Zeta Steel felt like someone was legitimately doing an arm bar breaker during the whole time people were coming in. She's like, oh, she's crying. And Jackson Drake is like, oh, yo, man up, but I'm a woman. Like, I don't care, man up. Like, she kept doing that, like, oh, please up, oh my god, holding the belt. So I love that. Her acting was awesome. Ricky Smokes was selling his hand just until the match started. Once she went outside, they did the introductions. Kelly Kincaid in a beautiful floral dress with some bell-bottom leather pants. Cardella saw that. She thought it was really beautiful. Match starts, and it was actually this match wasn't even that long. It was about 10 minutes. Match started, and we saw that OTM are mercs. Doesn't really matter who the hell they work with as long as they have some respect. They were dominating Ricky Smokes and dominating Brad Baylor, and one of OTM chopped Baylor in the chest. And I said this to Cardi M, when he got slapped in the chest, it was Baylor got slapped in the chest. His body seized up and he turned into a Ken doll. Like, his hands turned into like Ken hands, and it just got so close to his chest, and he was trembling. I'm like, oh my god, that's how you sell a chop. Ricky Smokes did the same thing too. They were bring in, but they distracted one of OTM long enough for Jackson Drake to do a chop block on the knee, and then they started dominating again. Keanu Carver with the cast was in the match. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Stone, Peter Rosenberg. Actually, by the way, welcome back, Peter Rosenberg. I'm sorry I said this so long into the show, but thank you for welcome back. That Robert Blake guy sucked eggs. All right, no, he did. It just in the first 10 minutes of the show, like they were fighting each other over history between Enofe and Sean Legacy. At the end of the show, they say this:
that Stevie Turner had Big Jaw make this match. Nothing against Big Jaw, but the fact that he's the GM fighting champion. Keanu Carver is wrestling in a cast, as you can see right now, courtesy of the Vanity Project. As you see the big clothesline from Keanu. 6'2", 290 of unfiltered force from Keanu. But hey, look, can we talk about that cast? Jeremy Marcus is letting it happen, but are we allowed to have cast now? Well, in fact, he is allowed to be wrestling with that cast. According to Stevie Turner, it is legal. According to Stevie Turner. Because, of course, it was Big Jaw's in charge, according to Stevie Turner. Because of...
So I did like that little dig at the end, like, oh, Big Jaw's in charge because of Stevie Turner. At the end of the thing, they did the doubles to the outside. Brad Baylor, and they would do a lot of smalls on the outside. Brad Baylor got slammed to the apron, and Ricky Smokes tried to help somebody else, and everyone was going back and forth. Jackson Drake, after knocking Keanu Carver in the corner just for a couple seconds, and after getting distracted, Zeta Steel is screaming, "Get him! Get him! He's weak! Get him!" But EOD, Terrell and Ceejaywolf, and even Cardi M knows this. If you leave Keanu Carver alone for more than 3 seconds, he recharges like Zeus from Real Steel and starts just and while Jackson Drake was doing the unaliving, he was running towards him doing the unaliving. Keanu Carver just lowered his head with the cast on. He sold it. He sold it like he was dead, and even they said it in the commentary. Yo, like, oh, he's knocked out. Did he knock him out with the cast? Yo, he knocked him out with the cast. 1, 2, 3. Post match,
Mhm.
Jackson Drake is zombified. He doesn't know
They-
where he is. They're both
Oh my
holding him
God.
up. They're both no. Here's the nice little Easter egg. They're both holding him up, but at a certain point during the holding up, he looks at Zeta and says that it's her fault. I'm like, how is it her fault? And you got zombified.
because it can't possibly be his fault. It's got to be somebody's fault.
Yeah,
Right,
it
right.
gotta be somebody's fault.
Yeah. I give this
The
match
girl
an A
though.
because of storyline. It was crazy. I love this. A+ for me because of the storyline. If they keep the cat, and by the way, Jackson Drake did do some damage on their arm. He did do some damage on the cast, but then Jackson Drake forgot. Keanu Carver has 2 arms. They're both equally measured in muscle, so you just use the other arm, you dumbass. All right, sure. CJ Wolfie, your thoughts and rating of this match?
I enjoyed this. This was a pretty good match. I'll give it like an A. And yeah, OTM they showed out on this match as well. And Keanu uses the brace as a more offense in the match is crazy. But that clothesline he did on Jackson Drake was wild. But it was a pretty good match to me, so I'll give it an A. It's a pretty good main event.
Okay, thank you. Cardi M, your thoughts and rating of this 6-person tag. Remember that Keanu Carver knocked him out. Also, he did a pounce, and
Yeah.
Jackson Drake's body went 180 the wrong direction. He flipped into the wrong direction. Really weird.
He sold it.
He sold that. He did.
Yeah. No, this was a really good match. I'm happy to see OTM on Evolve, honestly, and I wouldn't mind seeing them and Keanu in future matches together. Yeah, no, this was a good match. Like, I'm glad that we got some one-on-one time with Keanu and Jackson in the ring. So yeah. By the way, did you play the clip? We already played the clip.
What the Keanu Carver thing?
The song you made. You
The
played
Thirsty.
that
Oh yeah,
already.
living your life like it's thirsty. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is. That's new me from now on.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get Tate Wilder, if him dancing, then I got that too. You're done, Cardella. Your face is gonna be right on his chest. Living his life like it's anyway. Terrell, your thoughts and rating of the match. Keanu Carver unstoppable and has pinned the champion legitimately.
Man, I must say that this match is definitely an A. From start to finish, the match was great. I did enjoy seeing OTM and Keanu Carver's in-ring ability. Just in case they did decide to throw Keanu Carver into OTM, just to start some momentum as to make them a legitimate faction. I think it'd be cool. And they don't even need to change the name. They could just keep it out the mud. Even if they wanted to align Jada Parker back into it, maybe somewhere down the line, maybe in NXT, probably. But Jada Parker, she's doing her own thing right now. So I feel like it could be something pretty dope between the 3. But for what it was a good match. There was a spot outside the ring. I'm trying to remember who it was. The one that wears the muscle shirt. Dang.
That's Luke. No, dang for that name.
He's the one that wears the muscle shirt to me.
Bronco. Yeah, Bronco.
Yeah, Bronco did this big boot. It's like a big boot takedown that he did. And I like that move. I really love that move a lot. I thought that move was pretty sick. I ain't gonna lie. And to do it on somebody outside the ring was crazy. But yeah, I get a match of A. But using that A, Keanu had to. He did what he had to do, man. He had to win by any means necessary.
Of course. EOD. We talked about the cast. We predicted the cast. It will be a factor during a match. Your thoughts and rating?
I still can't believe they gave this man a cast. A person that didn't need a cast, you gave him a cast too. I'm like, jeez. The match was pretty good, even with OTM. Like OTM is not bad. It's just that for me, I usually see him for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then I don't see him for a couple months. For whatever reason, it's just like what Terrell was saying, like when y'all were talking about his name. even on the live stream, was like, oh, the guy with the one with the shirt and the one without the shirt, because I don't see them so much. I don't even remember their names. They're just collectively OTM to me. And I did like the fact that they were show like because the size difference is so big, but they did let Swipe Right get some shine and everything. They showed that no, they still are a really good tag team. I mean, yeah, they got beat down in the beginning, but then once they were able to pull some shenanigans, they were able to isolate one of them for like a very long time in the corner. So they just to show them, like, even though they're smaller than the OTM, under the right circumstances, they could eventually maybe beat them. So in case they do have like a tag tournament or something like that, and they make them the tag champs or whatever. The Keanu, Jackson Drake. Oh, before I get to that, Jackson Drake is in his bag right now. I don't know. It's like he's always evolved. He went from the misogynist, now he's like the thirst trap king or something. And that dance, and I was like, wait, what is this man doing? I was just laughing so hard when he did that. I'm like, yeah, he's on one right now. But yeah, Keanu winning clean. I don't want to say actually, you know what? I'm going to take that back. Clean is a little strong of a word when you got a cast on. It was legal. I can't say it was clean. Not even say that he needed the cast, but I mean, he knocked him smooth out, which was. And then Drake, he's a good seller too. So I can't give the match an A only because my bias for Vanity Project is showing in this match. I'm going to give it a B. It was really, really good, though. It was really, really good. It was really good, though.
Oh, my God. Up from now on, until we get a new clip, every time Jackson Drake messes up or gets knocked out, he'll just think of this every time.
Living your life like you're thirsty. Living your life like you're thirsty.
That is his punishment. It is for the rest of his life. I will give this match an A because there were some things that I didn't say. One, they never isolated Keanu by himself. He was never portrayed as weak. He was portrayed as a monster waiting to get tagged in. I also will say that Jackson Drake is learning, as you're saying, about Keanu Carver. At one point, he went around to the outside of the corner of Keanu, pulled him down to the apron. He hit his head on the apron, and immediately after he hit his head on the apron, Jackson hit him with a super kick. Like, there was no time lapse. Like, no, I know how to beat you. I got to hit you once, twice, 3 times, back to back to back, just to get you at least not pissed off for like 30 seconds. But again, the Keanu Carver rule. If you leave him alone for more than 3 seconds, he just recharges. And then he just the pounce alone, he's getting really better at that pounce. He's getting really better at that. So I like that. And that, again, you're right, EOD. That's literally like he has a iron fist in his hand. This is Lucha Underground all over again, where he could just punch somebody with that and you're done. So, and what's going to happen in the match? Like, oh, Jackson Drake, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to destroy the cast. No, dummy. You still just took away his weapon. He still has a weapon. You still lost. God. We have 2 comments, ladies and gentlemen, right now. We got Joe BNCO. Oh, we go. That thirst trap shit and dancing. He looks like he's ripping off Daniel Garcia. He is ripping off Daniel Garcia. Thank you for the reference. And the second comment, OTM, also known as the Ducks. Yeah, because they're always hiding under bridges. That makes sense. Cardi M, final rating of the show as a whole.
I'm gonna just give it a B.
Okay.
It had its good moments, but it was just an alright show.
Yeah. B for me. I know that the Layla Mason thing is the start of a comedic thing going on. We don't know if Big Jaw's gonna be like the permanent guest GM. Yeah. We don't know. Not Ducks, Cucks. Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay. Oh, okay.
Take it away, dude.
My bad, Cucks. Joe's here, ladies and gentlemen. But we're getting its gall, so we get to see that every week. He has a long, infinite list of wrestlers that he can go deep into the bag. He can make fun of Cody's dad. He can make fun of Paul Bearer. He can make fun of the Big Show on top of the coffin when the Big Boss Man got it. That alone is like it's a segment, but it's still funny. Like if you were Tan and Jack Big Show, you could have saved your dad. Like,
you're a dirty bastard, and your mama said so.
I'm bad for saying that, but that's funny.
He might not do he may not do Big Show because Big Show is still an executive or something. He's doing something with AEW, I think, still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay, my bad.
White. Paul White.
Okay. Oh, Booker T then. He could do one on Booker T. Like Booker T, you're this year old and you're tanned and jacked and ready to attack. But I think you did too much you did too much jacked up and all those.
Don't give him the haircut though. Like he did
Oh
Cappuccino
my
Jones.
God.
That gave that Zach Morris haircut.
No.
Yes. But he could just make
that
fun
was
of Booker T. I don't
hilarious.
know what you're drinking. He'll still do
Or
it.
he could just
He'll still do it.
but if he do Booker T, he might just do Harlem Heat Booker T.
Yeah.
And still give him the Zach Morris too.
No, he could be a dick. The Booker T, like I give King Booker T a 9.5. I give this Booker T a 7 because he says choice words every single week on NXT, and sometimes he gets him in trouble. So I'm bringing down a deduction for like you're not ready to attack. You're ready to get sued. So I want to say that.
Okay.
Oh, this one good too. Why the hell Big Chow? Big Jaw. It's not Big Chow. Sounds like a big chewing tobacco. And should bring up GI Bro. Yeah, he could bring up GI Bro. They owe TNA now.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Bring up GI Bro. That is actually pretty cool. Bring up Nick Nemeth just to piss off Nick Nemeth. You're like, oh, I got a note. I got a note from a guy named Paul. He says here that I should give Nick Nemeth a 4. Okay. And then you see a whole bunch of money in his hand. It's Gall's hand. Like, okay, he got sold out. But Terrell, then CJ Wolfie, final rating of the show.
I give the final rating of this show a B. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? It was a pretty chill show. We got, a little bit of origin stories for Aaron Rourke, which I thought was cool for the first episode of season 1. The tag team, the 6-man tag was pretty cool. Seeing Thea Hale, see what she could probably bring to Evolve would be interesting. Yeah, man, the backstage segments, everything overall was pretty cool. So I'll give it a B.
Okay, that's cool. CJ.
Yeah, I'll give it a B as well. It was a pretty good show that night. So yeah, it did pretty good this week.
EOD.
For me,
it was yeah.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, go on. Sorry about that.
All right, I was gonna say for me, I gotta give the show a C overall. They had some good stuff in it, but to me, it just felt like like you said, the first episode of a new season and everything, where they're like gotta reset everything and not everything is set up yet. And some of the matches like Enofe and Shawn Legacy, that should have been a banger match. I actually thought it was gonna be the main event before the show started, but now I know why it wasn't the main event. No fault of their own, everything. Like to me, it's just a safe match and everything. But we've seen what Enofe could do. We've seen what Shawn Legacy could do in regular matches. So together, I just think it was more like precautionary thing. Hey, let's not make sure this guy's getting hurt because he's gonna be leaving. So yeah, it wasn't a bad show, but it was to me a C show. They've had way better shows.
Oh my God! All right, Joe. The answer: who are these new people coming in? Undertaker, Bully Ray, Booker T, and Michelle McCool. First off, yes, they're the trainers bringing in the 3 LFG people that are going to be in the Evolve show, which technically one of them will stay in Evolve and 2 of them will go to NXT. And then technically one of them will get lost in the shuffle and one will go to the Speed Tournament. This is actually happening, ladies and gentlemen.
I know Joe said Nick Nemeth doesn't want anything to do with WWE and the crossover.
Yeah.
But he still watches WWE.
He still watches.
He still watches it.
Yeah.
So
let's hope so. Like never say never for wrestlers. All right. I want to say that.
Yeah, he's actually really good on Busted Open. Like enjoying hearing Nick Nemeth, his analyst.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say some announcements before we go. Shout out to the DRWC show on YouTube and Wrestling Soup and Friendos for giving us another shout out on their last podcast. We're giving you a shout out back to you, sir. Thank you for that. You give us a shout out. You're getting us more people to watch. We appreciate you, sir. You're just like us, but you're 2 Joes. hanging out by yourself, and Joe gets the reference, so he would love that podcast. It was just two Joes hanging out. I want to give a shout out to Laurel Lay or Gintala. She just got a booking for House of Glory, so good for her. No, sorry, Oblivion. Sorry, she just got Oblivion, so she's doing that right now. Draco Knox is still looking for people to hire her. Zeta Steel is in House of Glory right now doing her thing, so good shout out to you, sir and ma'am. Sorry about that. And Edris isn't doing anything. Jamar is hanging out with his friend doing some like gym stuff, which I respect.
Let's work out.
And Stevie Turner has stopped her social media right now, as of like since the moment she said she's going back to wrestle. She hasn't put anything out there at all. Saturday.
The guy that Jamar is doing gym content with, he's actually one of the security guards in NXT.
Okay. Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So
that's nice.
Unless he was released too, I'm not sure, but yeah, man, it's pretty cool to see that they're still. It's still good to see that he is still in the realm of professional wrestlers or potential professional wrestlers, but
yeah,
you know, I just feel like maybe he's just taking a small break. He's probably just reanalyzing everything before he decides what his next step is going to be.
Which I hope it's wrestling. Like,
but man, Jamar,
he needs to be like I've heard 3 podcasts say he's the next John Cena if done right.
You're talented, Troy. You can do anything you set your mind to. Troy Yearwood, you can do anything that you set your mind to. Please don't leave professional wrestling. You can go to any promotion and be the best wrestler that you can be. Do you understand that?
Exactly.
We rock with you, Troy. Come on.
Please. But ladies and gentlemen, EOD, tell them your socials, please.
All right, you can find me at linktree/endofdays33, where you can find my YouTube page, EOD33 Wrestling Hub, my video game page, new page, Nerd Nexus Reviews, where we do movie stuff. And all my socials. This is in the link. And shout out to Index. There was an Index showing at Halloween Horror Nights. So it's kind of cool that they're still tight. So
that's cool.
Nice. I like that. Terrell?
You all can find me through my link tree, which is under my name right here. It is linktree/Terrell, and me and my lady, we make content together for real love, and she would tell you all of her info next.
Yes, you can also find me at my link tree, which is linktree/ceejaywolfy15, and you see it down below my name. And you can go there and subscribe and like everything and share.
That's right. Cardi?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Kardala Muhammad. That's KARDALAMOHAMED. Find me there.
And please send the link to Nerd Nexus Review so I can get the YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and then put it in the description, EOD, so they can find you. We'd love to do some collaborations. Yeah, we'd love to do some collaborations with you. Kardala just saw Death Becomes Her with Bette Midler and Goldie Hawn.
Oh, that's an oldie.
Was that sorry, that wasn't Bette Midler. Meryl Streep. My bad.
Also, it was not the first time I saw that movie. What?
Oh, hey y'all.
We'll talk about that off the air, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. No,
because our show was finna say something crazy.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
It was about Tubi. It was about Tubi.
We'll say this offline, ladies and gentlemen. You want to find out us on Patreon. We'll talk about you later. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching, and remember, like, subscribe, comment, leave your thoughts down below, and all links are in the description. See you next time where we can evolve together. Coquito out.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's all in the link tree. It's on the link tree link.